morning, folks. Thank you for joining me on another little adventure. This time I'm in France. More accurately, I'm in the French Alps, and I'm here to do, or have a go at doing the GR738, which looks rather difficult. It's a traverse of the Belledonne Mountains. Expect a lot of mispronunciations, by the way. My French is a little better than my Spanish, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. So yeah, it's about a 78-mile traverse of the Belledonne mountain range, and from what I've seen, it looks as though it's quite remote, for want of a better word. It looks like there's no resupply option until the penultimate stage. So I have got a lot of food with me at the moment. I'm not 100% certain on what to expect weather-wise, I'll be completely honest. I've been in this area for 2 days now, and it's been the same weather since I've been here. Kind of this low-lying cloud and mist just hanging over all the mountains. Anyway, it's a little after 8 AM, and I am gonna go and make my way to the starting point, which is extremely close by. Well guys, I'm about 3 hours into the hike. Come across this old fort du Mont Gilbert. You do pass directly past it on the trail. It's in a bit of a sorry state. Trash everywhere, long since out of use. But as you can see, quite a big building, quite substantial. Looks like a lot of different ages of occupation as well. So the weather, foggy. Haven't been able to see a great deal. Most of it's been walking through forest this morning. Kind of the first couple of kilometres on roads and little paths, trackways, and then just been climbing and climbing and climbing through the forest this morning. So this is actually a refuge, an unmanned refuge that you can use. It's an old gun battery. Just been in downstairs. It's quite nasty downstairs. People are just obviously using it as a toilet. But there's some, there's a huge great stove there. It's even a mattress down here, cupboards. And you've got bunks in the back here. So you could sleep here quite easily if you wanted to. You even got some cutlery to use. I don't think I'd be doing that, and it looks like there's even an upstairs to it as well. So quite a cool little place if it's nasty weather outside, which at the moment it certainly isn't. What are we on? A little after 3 p.m, quarter past 3, and I've just reached the Col du Champet. Col du Champet, don't know. It is 1,723 metres, and there's not much of a view because it's all in the cloud again. The breeze is nice up here. One thing that's been a factor the entire day today has been flies. Not bitey ones, just I've had a cloud of flies all around me the entire day. And as soon as you stop to take a breather or try and eat something or just sit down, you're just surrounded by like 40 or 50 of them buzzing around your head. And it's just a real big annoyance, basically. So this morning was kind of, it was nice, but it was like this. It was in the mist and cloud, and it was quite damp as well underfoot. The ground's quite clayey and it was quite slippy. I didn't see any wildlife, but been a complete contrast this afternoon. I've come through a really beautiful forested area. It's been climbing all the way up. Some parts have been pretty steep, other parts not too bad. But I saw a little red squirrel and 2 deer, two separate deer, not together. And I also saw pine marten, which I wasn't banking on seeing, so that was a real nice little bonus. So this was kind of the area I was aiming for to get to at the end of day 1, and obviously I've got here in decent-ish time, so I'm just going to carry on walking. There is a refuge in, well, this sign's saying 4 hours 40. The times have been a little hit and miss today on the signs. They've also had kilometres on them up until now. These ones are just giving time frames, so it's a change again. It's a check. I'm pretty sure I'm going this way up here, but I'll double check it. Anyway, probably going to have a little breather somewhere, seeing as there's no flies around, and then crack on. Good evening. So a little ways back, I decided I would stop walking at about 5:15, and I detoured off the trail, 10-minute detour to an unmanned refuge. When I got there was a Dutch couple there, and to be fair, it was a pretty grim looking refuge as well. So, knowing it was only 4 kilometres to the next refuge, I carried on hiking, and I tell you what, it's about killed me. The cloud is still hanging around. There's been a good amount of snow crossings to contend with. Keep getting a bit dizzy, to be honest with you. Not sure what that's all about. I think it's probably lack of food, actually. But I've made it to Col de la Perrière, 2,003 metres. I've got about 20 minutes apparently, 0.7 kilometres to the refuge de la Perrière. Don't know anything about it, if it's manned or unmanned. but I'm going to head down there anyway. Probably got maybe an hour or so of light left, I would guess. It's actually cold now as well up in at this altitude in this cloud. So I'm going to get moving again.
There's something in the water. I feel it taking over me. It's slowly getting harder to breathe, to breathe, to breathe, to breathe. And I don't know what's happening. How did it come to this? I saw danger on your lips, and I took a sip. You got me paranoid, the fit I can afford it. Your kiss tastes like poison.
Good morning, folks. So I didn't get a chance to finish off with an entry last night. Stayed at the refuge with the 3 French people. It was really nice, actually. I was boiling hot. I got a new quilt for this trip, and sleeping inside there. There was even like proper mattresses. It was just really, really warm. So it was a real nice experience last night. I was fully expecting this morning to wake up extremely sore, but not so bad, to be honest. Shoulders hurt a bit, but surprisingly enough, the legs feel all right. But the good news for this morning is that the cloud that has plagued me for the last 2 or 3 days has gone, and it's a pretty cool view. You could see glimpses of that last night, but you couldn't see all of it, and it's pretty impressive, I've got to admit. You just see the toilet there, toilet with a view. There's the cabin. Forgot to mention last night as well, I saw my first wild ibex. 3 of them, and let me tell you, those things can move. They were flying, they were absolutely charging down the mountainside. They're pretty muscular looking too. But today, I am headed up here. The chaps were telling me yesterday that that's where I'm headed. I've got some snow to contend with, so that'll be interesting. A little bit apprehensive, but looking forward to it. Got just under 19 miles done yesterday, which is brilliant for my first day on trail, and I believe it was about 6,500 feet of elevation change, although it felt a lot more than that. Sorry, 6,500 feet of positive elevation change. I'm not sure about negative. But yeah, it was a tough day by the end of the day, and I'm glad I stopped here and didn't try and carry on. So I'm going to go and take care of business and probably get a cup of coffee on the go. Well, hello again. So this morning I've come from around this corner here, worked my way up this trail, negotiated a few small snowfields, but nothing too dangerous. The snow, as it's quite early in the morning, it's still quite hard. As you can see, It's a beautiful view until you get round to this, and the trail actually comes right across the middle of it. So I'm just gonna compose myself. It's been a long time since I've walked on any kind of decent amount of snow, and the slope like this as well. My last experience in Washington on a PC was not very enjoyable. PCT, sorry. So I'm just going to sit here for a while, have a drink, get my breath back, and get my spikes out. But climbing up towards about, I think the next call is about 2,350 metres, something like that, somewhere around there. Definitely 2-3. So it's nice to have some views this morning, because yesterday you were doing all the work but only getting glimpses, and today, even though it's quite cloudy, you can see the beautiful scenery, and it is really beautiful as well. Well, since we last spoke, I've not got much further. It's been really tough going, as you can probably see by what I'm stood on. There is a lot of snow. I am currently at the Col d'Arpignon, about 2,270 metres, something like that, I think it said in the sign. The good news is I've found the trail again. I've had my snow spikes on for the last couple of hundred metres. Really helped. I wouldn't have been able to pass what I've passed this morning without the spikes. There is no way I would have done it. So I hope the Dutch couple that I met last night have got some sort of traction. But I'm going to twist you around. We've got a 360 view to look at. So I purposely didn't film much yesterday because I knew there was a few reasons. I knew the best views were still to come. It was cloudy, couldn't see a great deal. And I've been pretty mindful of my battery situation. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough battery to last me until the end of the trail. So we'll have to just keep an eye on that. But if the views carry on like this, I'm going to be eating through the batteries in no time, because I'm having to make myself actually not film. I keep wanting to pop the camera out every 5 minutes. It's crazy. It's just beautiful. It really is. I was hoping for snow-capped mountains, and that's exactly what I've been delivered. Didn't really want to walk through them, to be honest with you, and risk my life, but done all right so far. Anyway, quick drink, and I'm hoping that might be some respite from the snow shortly.
Tastes like poison. My heart has been destroyed. I know that you'll enjoy watching me sip your poison. You got me paranoid. Love that I can't avoid. Your kisses taste like poison.
So you've got to try and match up. You're that bothered about where you're going, where your footsteps are going, you can soon lose track of what you're headed for, which is just a little bit of trail in the middle of that grassy bit there. You find yourself getting way off course. You also find yourself post-holing like I just did a few seconds ago. So probably time to put the camera away. Alright, back again. I am at the Refuge des Férices. Altitude is 1,920 metres. It's been scary this morning is the only way to describe it. As I speak now, my left leg is literally shaking. I have cut myself pretty badly on my left leg as well. I fell on some snow and slid quite away. But everything's all right. I'm all right. Just a little bit of blood. That's all. What to say about this location? Words fail me. I was feeling extremely sick when I had a feeling this refuge is going to be here, and basically I've come down from up there. Centre shot is the path that I've worked my way down across, and coming down I was looking at this behind me and it was making me feel physically sick, because I knew there was no way that if the trail went up there I was going to be able to get up there with micro spikes and trekking poles. Thank goodness, looking at the sign here, it's saying the GR738 goes off to the right here, 7 kilometres to the next refuge, and I'm going to guess that it's heading up this green bank, green mountain at the other side. I've been in spikes nearly all morning. They're very, very good on the snow. On the rock and on the trail itself, not so good. They can be a little uncomfortable, they don't grip too well, especially if you're walking on rock. So I think I'm going to take them off for a bit. It looks like I've got through the worst of the snow. It looks like it's maybe just a little patchy from here on out. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that I am headed down there and up across that hillside at the other side there. Well, here I am at the Col de Claren, 1,956 metres. very breezy. Not going to complain about because it's keeping the blooming flies away from me. I just, at the bottom of this climb, it was about 700 metres down, stopped at a little unmanned refuge to get away from them because they are relentless and it just sucks all the enjoyment out of it. I think I've got a nice little bit of down now to look forward to. I was thinking to myself earlier today, there's really not been many flat spots at all. It's all either up or down. So, going to enjoy a little bit of easier walking hopefully, and fingers crossed without any of that dreaded white stuff, because I've had enough of that today, thank you very much. Coming at you from some forest track. Just come down a huge descent. It was a real knee breaker, and part way down I disturbed a bear. He or she heard me before I saw or heard them, and it first thing I knew of it was just looked to my left and just saw a black shape darting off through the forest, but made me a little bit paranoid. I've actually been shouting "Hey bear" quite a lot today because I know they're around, and it kind of looked like the sort of area that you might find them. So yeah, just been a little bit paranoid, but yeah, I came down this huge descent. And now I'm going up this forest track. It's actually really nice because my legs are about shot, and if this was an ascent like I've been doing, where it's real steep and single track, I'm not sure I would have been able to do it because I don't have a great deal left in me today. That snow this morning really took it out of me. So I'm quite enjoying this gentle gradient of this track right now. Alright folks, that's the end of a day I don't want to repeat, to be honest. I've ended up doing just shy of 16 miles today. I wasn't planning on doing that amount, but the first place I was going to camp, no camping allowed. So I carried on to a refuge, an unmanned refuge, and unfortunately the water source there was either not working or switched off, and it was no good. I didn't have enough water to see me through the night and into tomorrow morning, and the nearest water source was about 2.5 kilometers away. So I walked down to the next water source, and that was also dry. By this point I was about dead, and it was about 7:10 as well, so I'd been walking for 12 hours today at that point. I carried on a little ways and I've ended up where I am now in what I like to call Fly Central. I've had to kind of throw the tent up and just chuck everything inside it because the flies were just terrible. So everything aches tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Feel a bit sick. I reckon I don't think I'll be cooking anything tonight. I think I'll just be going straight to sleep, to be honest with you, because don't feel too great.